I am Nikos Angelopoulos from Connectable, and this is the decision support system. The module will actually have two functionalities. One is named proactive functionality and one active functionality. The proactive functionality is where the decision support system will try and predict cyber attacks before their occurrence, so that it can alert the user and provide him with the ability to stop the attack before it happens and before it causes any damage to the system. The other functionality of the DSS will be the active one, where upon the identification of an attack, the DSS shall provide suggestions based on the attack type and the risk in order to mitigate the situation and help the user recover the system from this attack. Here we see the component sequence diagram. Just to briefly explain, on the top level we have the proactive functionality, where a machine learning module is trained and it predicts whether an attack is going to happen, trying to identify patterns, and it immediately shows a response to the user to block the IP and try to stop the attack right there. In the bottom part, we have the active system, where it suggests a plan based on the attack type, whether it is a denial of service, a probe attack, etc., and based on the risk. And this is what it goes based on those two inputs. The user shall take some suggestions on what to do next. I have to mention that these two systems, they are shown here as one, but actually those two functions, let's say, they act independently. Currently, we are assessing the performance of the machine learning algorithm that we have trained in predicting the upcoming cyber attacks. We have developed the rule-based system, which will be the backbone of the active functionality of DSS, what will happen when an attack is identified. And we have identified the connection with the DSS component with the other Sphinx components and how it should be. Now we will have a short demonstration. I will speak over the video. We have recorded it. We can see the proactive and the active functionality. So we see now that the proactive will be triggered by an input. This is a potential attack. We show the timestamp, the IP of the attacker, and what we see underneath right now is that the denial of service attack was detected, and we have some suggestions according to the denial of service attack, which was identified by other components, I have to say. This is the active functionality. What we see now, what we just saw, was the user clicking what options, what the choices he made, so that later on we could send this back to the RCRA module and reevaluate the risk of the system. And so when we come back, we have updated suggestions for the user based on the change of the risk level compared to our actions. And on the second example, we saw a different type of attack with different types of suggestions. For the next steps, we are going to integrate input from additional components. RCRA is one already mentioned, where the risk assessment will help us into providing better decision support. Improve the machine learning algorithms accuracy. Find useful and understandable suggestions for the end users. For this purpose, we shall create a questionnaire and hand it out to the end users. And finally, develop the final version, which of course will be stress tested and then provide the final solution. That is all for DSS. Thank you.